Hello and welcome. I'm Exolite and this is my channel. And today we're going to talk about cold cases that were solved in 2021. Before we get started, if you would please give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel to be seen and shared. And if you would like to be, please consider subscribing. It really helps my channel, and if you click that bell, then you'll be notified every time my content goes live. All right, let's get into this, shall we? Though in most of these instances, the breakthroughs were overshadowed by the bigger news stories of the Olympics, a new American president, an ongoing pandemic, as we all know. But an impressive number of cold cases were solved in 2021, including possibly, but not definitely, the Zodiac Killer. Unfortunately, statistically, it is a fact that most cold cases do not get solved, so it is still fairly a spectacular occurrence when one is. Out of the 285,000 cold cases in the United States, just 1 in 5 will ever officially name a new suspect. Of those suspects, 1 in 20 will be arrested, and just 1 in those 100 charged will actually be convicted. But the good news is, with new technology, including advances in genetic identification, breakthroughs can and do occur. In 2021, new technology led to the arrest of a man for a 1999 murder in New York City, and the arrest of another suspect in a 1997 murder in Michigan. Even older cases, in one instance, going back to the late 1950s, were cracked around the country through these use of novel investigation techniques. In 1971, the body of 17-year-old Maureen Brubaker Farley was found in a wooded area in Iowa. Her family believed that a man who worked at a liquor store near her apartment was responsible, but authorities could never make an arrest. In 2021, however, police confirmed that Farley's family had been right. DNA evidence showed that George Smith, the liquor store worker, was the killer. Smith died in 2013 at the age of 94. Many suspects in cold cases never face justice. That's just the reality. I just talked to you about the statistics. Candace Rogers was a 9-year-old girl in 1959 who was killed in Spokane, Washington, as she sold mints for her Girl Scout troop, the Campfire Girls. I, too, sold mints in Spokane, Washington for the Campfire Girls, however, not in 1959. This case was finally solved in 2021 after police came to suspect that John Ray Hoff, who died of suicide in 1970 at the age of 31, was guilty of the crime. Hoff's daughter provided a DNA sample for the police, which helped investigators match semen found at the scene to her father. She's quoted as saying, "I am very, very sorry for what my dad did, that he took her life horribly. I hope that it gives peace to the family knowing that even though it's not really justice because he doesn't get any punishment, but that his name has this on it now, and they can know it was solved." It's clear that in many cases, when the cold cases do get solved, the suspect has already died. But not always. In 1999, 13-year-old Minor Lee Soriano was assaulted and killed on her way home from her New York City school. In November 2021, Joseph Martinez, who was 49 years old, was arrested in her death after police possibly matched his DNA to semen found on Soriano's sweatshirt. Martinez had been identified as a suspect through familial DNA testing, in which unknown DNA material is matched against offenders in a DNA database to potentially identify close male relatives. It's the first time this technique has been used to make an arrest in New York City. And finally, There was also an arrest this year in the 1997 Michigan killing of an 88-year-old woman, Mary Pryor, with Michael Burr, who is now 41, charged with felony murder, first-degree criminal sexual conduct, and kidnapping in the elderly woman's death. Burr was charged after DNA evidence allegedly placed him at the scene of her death. I'm sure there's more that we don't know about. Thank you for coming. Good night.